What's going on, guys? Back again with another How to Get Away with Murder review. Before we get into it, be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Last night episode was good, man. It was like the thrill of the show. You know what I'm saying? If you watch the show, you definitely can understand what I mean when I say the thrill about the show, man. It was just one of those episodes where Annalise, she was being superwoman. And them chilling was getting on my nerves. But whenever Annalise is being superwoman in the episode, it just makes me feel that much more into into the episode. So, anyways, the show kicks off. Every week they gonna give us a crazy scene where Bonnie is carrying, I believe it's looks like Laurel baby, Crystal Ball, whatever the baby name. Out of I don't know what was going on. I just know she was carrying the baby, right? And then finally, they got to rewind it 2.5 months earlier. We see Bonnie is packing up the baby room where Laurel had her baby at when they was staying there and all that, and it comes. Then Frank, he want to come in, and she asked Frank for some help. He was just like, I'm sad and lonely right now. Let me go make a new friend, all of that, whatever. So he leaves. He don't help, unpack the baby room. And then, Annalise, she moves into a new apartment, a new house or whatever. Then we also see there's chaos going on in them children new house. Michaela, Laurel, Connor, and Oliver, they living together, just chaos going on. Asher's, he's there. He's talking about, he got a plan B since he didn't get picked for the class. It's gonna make all of them jealous. And I don't know, maybe I just feel a ways like, I understand all of them friends and whatnot, but I think what's killing me the most is the fact that him and Michaela, are exes, you know what I'm saying? And like, you at her crib, like y'all, like you just didn't catch her cheating on you. Like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, doing too much, reading too much into it. But anyways, then we see Nate. He's, the lady that did the DNA test for him. She comes to see him, and she lets him know that, I found out where the DNA sample came from, and Nate just like, I didn't ask for that. And I'm just like, shut up. You glad she did it. She helping you do a job, so you need to just be thankful and grateful. And so it comes from the DC organization for missing children, right? It's a United States organization for missing children. It's in DC. So obviously Nate goes up there, right? And then we, the show when it came on, they're doing a lot of back and forth, just letting us know what everybody up to. Then we see Gabriel and Frank playing basketball. Frank has no idea. Frank don't even belong on the basketball court. He just need to be on the sidelines and the bleachers just watching. But we know he got a plan or whatever. Then he was like, I'm gonna let you catch your breath, and then he, I'm gonna go get me a drink of water or whatever. He goes to his bag, pulls out his phone and his whatever he got, the clone phone. He goes in the Gabriel bag to pull out his phone to clone it, and finds out this guy is weird. This guy has a flip phone, and Frank looking like, I can't clone this. You know what I'm saying? So, he wasn't able to clone the phone, and Gabriel leaves for class. Finally, Jesus. So, moving on, Annalise, is going to class. Her boss, one of the partners, Crawford, he comes to Annalise's class, and, Annalise gives an update about her appeal, saying that because of what she has going on, inmates will be able to file appeals and get real lawyers instead of them fake lawyers, what they call them, public defenders. and they'll be able to fight for them. So she also tells the class that the governor is already an enemy of theirs. The governor is afraid to side with Annalise, to let these quote unquote felons out, whether they're innocent or not, because she does not want to lose the election that is amongst us. So anyway, Annalise asked the class to give Mr. Crawford some information on their client that they're going to be representing, and she is a Muslim woman. Her name is Nanda. She's serving 20 years for killing her wife, and the belief is her wife is a white woman, and Nanda, I believe I'm saying that right, she's a black Muslim. The belief is that the white wife, she wanted a divorce. Nanda didn't want to give it to her because that means she would have to surrender her green card and go back to whatever Muslim country that she's from. So Nanda says she's innocent, that she did not kill her wife. So the public defender came to Nanda with a plea deal that's worth 20 years. And honestly, she had no other option because, if a public defender come to you and say, you got 20 years or we can go to court and fight this. I mean, what's the worst can happen? You already giving me 20, so the most I get is 25 to life. Like, I'm taking my chances and going to court if I'm innocent. So, excuse me. Anyway, so then Annalise, opens the floor to the class, asks them, what type of defense should they use for Nanda. She already know what direction she wants to go in, but she want to see what they're thinking. And just like any other time she opens the floor for the class, they always let her down. Always one who has a idea that's somewhat intriguing to Annalise. And so this time it was Michaela. I forget exactly. Michaela's idea was the fact that the public defender did not inform Nanda that she could not appeal a plea deal once she signs it. And Nanda was in prison writing her appeal for the crime that she, that was charged with. And so Michaela, we need to go in the direction of attacking the public defender and just saying that he didn't do his job and informing his client that she cannot have an appeal once she signs this plea deal. So Annalise like, okay, we're going with that. So then Michaela and Annalise, they go to meet Nanda. They letting her know what it's going to be. And Michaela is wearing the big breeches, the big drawers. She feeling herself. She makes some guarantees and promises to Nanda. And once they leave, Annalise calls her out and, was like, what have I told you about making promises to clients that we do not know that we cannot keep, which I definitely understand where Annalise is coming from. Because if I'm in a prison, if I'm behind bars and my lawyer tell me, I promise you're gonna be out. You know what I'm gonna expect? I'm gonna expect to get out. You know what I'm saying? But just tell them straight up, we're gonna do the best that we can, give them what we got, and we're gonna move on from there. That's all you gotta do, girl. I don't go up in there telling that woman you're gonna get her up out of jail, because you ain't no doggone judge. You don't know how the judge go. First, you ain't no lawyer. You ain't nothing but a little child, man. She be making me mad. So then Michaela get the big head and tell Annalise she need to sit down and look at this her case. I had to hit pause. I had to watch on my iPad this morning. You know what I'm saying? I cannot stay up that late to watch it. I had to hit pause. And like, who she thinks she talking to? Shoot, Annalise that's not only is she the lawyer, she your professor. Kick her out of the class. I can't stand. Boy, I can't stand that girl right there. And so Annalise tells her, she's screaming out. She said, "This my case." And you keep on acting like you the boss. I'm gonna take the case away from you. And so then Michaela goes on to talk about the only reason why you picking me for the case is because she's gay and you want me to learn a lesson about when I sent old boy back. Got old boy, I forget his name, deported. And Annalise said, "Girl, you crazy. Girl, you crazy. Nanda life is on the line. This is real life. This is serious. I picked you because I like the defense that you came up with. I'm not trying to teach you no lesson. This woman's life is on the line. She either gonna get life or she gonna get out. This is bigger than you, Michaela. Like, no pressure, but you know, she was like, no pressure. But this woman's life is on the line, but no pressure. I can't stand Michaela, man. So anyways, we up in DC. Now we move to DC. Nate, he goes to meet with the caseworker about the DNA sample. And long story short, Nate tells her that, he's responsible for following up on all of Denver cases since he died. But the caseworker told him, until you get these papers here signed, you won't be, I won't be sharing nothing with you. So, Nate got to go and get the paper signed. So moving on, Frank, he goes to see the baby. And but the real reason he went to go over to the crew new house is Frank wants Oliver to teach him how to clone a flip phone. And Oliver said, I can't teach you because it's impossible. The reason that a person has a flip phone is so people like you who try to clone it cannot clone it. And then it's just making me think, who is this Gabriel? What is he up to? What does he know that has him so far ahead of everybody? You know what I'm saying? Like this is literally what I'm thinking. Like, what does this guy know to where he's 2 and 3 steps ahead of at least Frank? You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't no Frank fan myself, but Frank usually find ways to get results. And this dude is a couple steps ahead of you. I'm just wondering, like, what do Gabriel know? Who is he? What is he hiding? And how is he so smart to be 2 and 3 steps ahead? Like, that's how I'm thinking. So anyways, now we at Annalise's new law firm. She has the students there, and Michaela wants her fellow classmates to help her, do a Q&A as far as she's going to be the lawyer, and she wants one of them to participate and be the public defender that she's going to call up. No one wants to participate. They all saying, oh, it's too much money on the line, girl, bump you. Excuse me. Then Tegan walks in, sees Michaela. Then she sees Laura, and she just get 38 hot, runs to Annalise and tell Annalise it's bad enough that you got Michaela up in here, but you got Laurel up in here. She could snitch on me at any moment. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to rewind. So then, like I said, Michaela was looking for volunteers, so Gabriel, he volunteered, and he was like, this so much bigger than some money. Like, we all like bro looking at it the right way. We already owe Sally Mae, so much money for being in law school. You know what I'm saying? We trying to graduate. This is bigger than tuition. We already in the hole. This is about Nanda and her life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, it's something about this guy. I like him. I like him because, he's very pro-black, pro-minority, you know what I'm saying? He all about doing, at least it seems like he's all about doing what is right. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, moving on, Tegan is having a fit, and Laura's there, and Annalise tell her, girl, calm down. If she ain't gonna snitch on you, if she wanted to, she would have done that by now. And then Laura comes in, thanks Tegan, and then Tegan gets mad, calls Laura stupid, tells her never speak to her again, and look back at Annalise like, see what I'm talking about? She too crushed. She need to be up in here. So Annalise once Tegan storms out, she let Laura know she hate me too. Don't even worry about it. Then Laura asks Annalise, can she help get her son into daycare? Moving on, Bonnie is meeting with D.A. Miller, and he's telling her he wants to go on a proper date. And says, and obviously she says no. Right now, you're trying to be the next district attorney. You can't be seen with me. And then Asher, he comes rushing in. He want to, get an internship with the office. And Bonnie tells him no. When things fell apart for her, she had to find her own job, her own way. So she suggests he do the same thing and start acting so entitled. Because he is just at this point like, hey, Bon, can you get me a job? I need a job, Bon. Like, my dad was rich. My dad was give me a job, Bon. That's how he's at the very end. So anyways, moving on. We are in court now, and Michaela is questioning the public defender. His name is Donaldson, and then as she's questioning, he just gets so upset and goes off saying, you know, well, we had to cut resources, money, all this, investigators, so that's why we have to give our clients these bullcrap deals because we can't really defend them. And Michaela's like, you know, let's get some order up in here, Judge. Order in the court. Hey, I'm gonna tighten up my microphone, man. So anyways, so Michaela goes on to ask him, you know, do he have any evidence of him telling his client that the plea deal, once she took it, she cannot have an appeal. And he said, the only evidence I got is my word. And so Michaela like, I'm gonna need more than that, Big Daddy. I'm gonna need, like, cause she's saying you ain't telling that. So who really being real up in here? So anyways, Michaela sits down, and then I guess the attorney who's representing, I don't know, the prosecuting attorney, we'll just call it that. She asked Donaldson, did Nanda mention anything about her getting married just to get a green card, and, you know, order in the court from Annalise, like, objection, and, you know, all that. And then, you know, the prosecutor goes on to ask, you know, did you guys know that ask Donaldson, did you know that she was married to a man? That she ain't gay, she just gay. You know, it's different between being gay and being gay. Like, when you gay, you know, you ain't never even want that, you know, that other thing, but when you just gay, you know, you kind of like, you just dibbling and dabbling, you know what I'm saying? Let me stop. So moving in, after that, Annalise is I guess in a separate room in the courthouse. She is hot with Nanda because Nanda didn't tell her anything that she was married to a man before. And then Annalise asked, well, was your marriage to this woman real or not? Because right now, we in a tough situation. The judge think you lying. It ain't looking good for you. And Nanda says, you know, at first, her marriage was fake. It was just so she can get a green card because her friend, her wife, she wanted to do something so she didn't get, you know, deported. But she was like, once they got married, started living that life together, they fell in love with each other, and it turned into the real thing. You know what I'm saying? And she went on to say, you know what I'm saying, this was the realest love that, you know, I've ever known. And, you know, I'm just like, okay, you know, but this ain't helping us in court. So, you know, get off your soapbox. You know, we worry about court right now. But anyway, Annalise goes back to the law firm. She tells the students that, given what transpired in court today, we're gonna change our strategy. And Michaela gets upset, like, this is my case, I ain't proved nothing. And then Annalise was like, hush. And then Michaela was like, I'm not Bonnie. You're not gonna bully me. Some boy, and listen, this is one of the times I was like, why we couldn't be behind closed doors? You know what I'm saying? Why we couldn't be at Annalise's house and then she could just slap that? She didn't just slap that sassy. That girl right there just be pissing me off. All these kids be pissing me off, man. They so ungrateful. She doing you a favor by letting you practice law. You ain't got no law degree. You ain't got no law license. You gonna tell her that she can't? Girl, you need to sit down somewhere. So, let me calm down. So then Annalise tells that girl, you know what I'm saying, there's a difference between bullying and teaching. But keep on, I'm gonna show you a bully. She said, she said she knew a Professor Keaton capable of. I think we all do. So, you know, she went and sat down. And so anyway, so, you know, Annalise knew playing requires, you know, hacking, trying to get dirt that way. So she hires Oliver to help. And so Laura was like, you know, where's my baby? Where's Cristobal? And Frank is now babysitting, and now we see Frank outside of some woman car, you know, and I'm just like, what is this creep up to? So then, moving on, back at the DA office, Miller is asking Bonnie about her relationship with Annalise, and Bonnie was like, I don't want to talk about that, you know, I'm here now, yada, yada, yada. And then this dude just was too creepy for me. He was like, I know you know better than you know yourself. I know, you like your coffee this way, your clothes this way, you don't like compliments, and I'm just like, you know too much about that woman, and y'all ain't even dating. Like that's creepy to me. That's like he was just naming all, so I know what color you like your toes to be painted. I know, I know what temperature you want. I'm like, why you know all this? He ain't say all that, but I'm just adding context to, what I'm saying. He didn't know too much, they kissed, and he didn't much care about that. So anyway, Crawford, back to the Annalise law firm. Crawford asked how the hearing went, and he's basically keeping tabs on Annalise because he was like, look here, in order for me to be successful and his firm to be successful, I need you to be successful. So he hands her a case, and Annalise basically tells, he hands her a case. Let me back up. He hands her a case, and Annalise is like, no, this ain't what I'm here to do. This case is not what I'm passionate about. Blase, blase. And so Crawford let Annalise know how the governor called him, and he had to talk the governor out of him not firing her. He is really on Annalise's side, and as much as I love Annalise, I'm gonna need for her to stop being difficult and just work. You know what I'm saying? This. I believe in the bureaucracy system. You need somebody in charge who's gonna put their foot down and say this is what it's gonna be. I don't like, when you go into business and everybody got the same piece of the pie. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that, because when you have a disagreement, you need somebody to take lead to say, no, this is what it's gonna be, this is how we're gonna do it, and that's it. And if you don't like it, you can get the stepping. But, I'm just getting off. But, anyway, so he lets her know, like, I took your side. It's time for you to take mine. And Annalise goes on to tell him, she was like, man, only way I can be successful if I deal with cases that I'm passionate about. And he just walks out, because at this point, he just like, oh, I did what you later, girl. I did what you later, Miss King. So anyways, next we get a quick scene. Laura goes to get the baby from Frank. The new girlfriend come down. I think her name Ella, Ella. I'm gonna just call her Ella. It's something like that, Ella or something. And Laura jealous because Frank got a new girlfriend, and she was like, "Oh, you banging her while my son here?" Like, girl, sit down. Like, and Frank like, you know how many times we done had sex while that boy was in the other room? Like, I was beating it down while your son was over there sleeping. Like, girl, don't try me. Moving on, because I don't want to be too petty. Annalise calls Barney. She trying to get a password for something. Barney said, oh, it's the same password for this, for that, for this, and Bonnie and Miller just got through doing the nasty, you know what I'm saying? He making all these noises, putting on his clothes. Annalise hear it. Bonnie kind of dodges Annalise questioning what was that by saying, oh, house, a new house, and then they arrange they're gonna have dinner and all that. So anyways, moving on. Back at the law firm, the crew is they working on the case, trying to dig up some information, and for whatever reason, Connor and Oliver trying to talk Gabriel into coming out saying he gay if he gay, all that, and I ain't really got time for that. And then, of course, Oliver is being mean to Michaela because he's salty about this case because he deal with 2 gay women, and he's salty about the deporting of a boy. Like, I ain't got time for no old drama. It's a new season. Let's put out, like, y'all live together. You want her to live with y'all, and you want to have some beef with her. I mean, I tell you, boy, just selfish, man. So then moving on, we get a scene. Asher is trying to convince Miller to get the internship. Miller like, boy, get out of my face, leave me alone, man. Like, this is getting creepy. You just popping up to be popping up. Like, just stop. And so Miller leaves. Asher takes Miller's speech off the desk. He looks over it, whatever. Then we get a scene where Nate goes over to Nate is reading over Bonnie's case notes about the baby. And then all of a sudden, Bonnie comes in and tells Nate that she really liked Miller, and she worried that Annalise is gonna think that she's stupid. And Nate was just like, you worried about Annalise thinking you being stupid, or you realizing that what you're doing is stupid? Like, stupid is stupid, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of thinking of it. So anyways, moving on, Oliver, he gets some dirt. He had credit card payments to an online white racist company. I didn't write down the name of it, no need to. I ain't even trying to get him no love on here. Michaela was like, she'll put Josh on the stand and question him about it. And Oliver was like, no, we need to go straight to the judge with this, let the judge know. And it was Connor's idea, so he should get the credit, and so he can get the money. Connor like bumped that money. Nanda life is on the line, all that good stuff. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all fight for this woman's life instead of some doggone tuition money. You already owe Sally Mae an arm, a leg, and a heart for how much you got to pay to go to law school. So stop acting like them little $60,000. I just one semester now. Come on now. What you gonna do? Still take that loan, put that $60,000 in your pocket, go buy you a new whip, hit the mall, ball, you know what I'm saying? Get you a nice apartment or something. You ain't gonna do nothing responsible with it, so don't even try. So I'm glad they being responsible like that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Annalise agrees with Michaela that they should put Josh on the stand, make him confess, and Annalise asks Michaela, like, is you ready for that? You know what I'm saying? Like, that can cause a lot of attention to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you know how you're going to do it, how to do it? And so, long story short, she wasn't ready for it. So, Annalise took over lead chef. She calls Josh to the stand. And Josh back there looking super nervous, sitting by his sister. Don't even know the sister's name. I'm just pointing that out. So, we get a quick scene. Laura with the baby. Laura with her baby talking mess about the grandma and Frank. Moving on. So, Annalise asked Josh how does he feel about his stepmom. And he was like, I used to love her before she killed my mama. Like, I can't stand that. She killed my mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't love her no more. So Annalise brings up internet posts and asks Josh to read them. And she was like, that's just a hard thing to say. And Buddy over there like, I agree, that's terrible, it's terrible. And so she was like, why did you write it? And Annalise was like, my hacker guy linked the IP address from this username back to your computer, and we could have seen what Oliver said he didn't have time to check it. And I'm just like, Lord have mercy. Why ain't you ain't tell her that? This whole case about to go down the drain because you ain't doing your job. Just tell her what's going on, man. If you ain't have like let her know that you ain't got time to check it, so that she can get a recess or something like he just pissed me off in that moment, man. I want to go through the screen and just slap him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you idiot. You gonna let Annalise out of all people go out there and make a fool out of herself? I just want to slap him. So then, anyway, she asked me to get back. So Josh, saying he denying that he didn't do it. And Annalise is just like, you did it. And he was like, well, in this country, we got freedom of speech. And so Annalise proposed a theory and said, Annalise put it out there and say, you ran over your mother because you was mad. You were big mad that she was married to a black Muslim woman and she was gay. And Josh just melted down. He talked about the public defender was right about Annalise, how she want to let the criminals loose on the street, and that's not good for us. And she was like, you mean y'all white people? I wish she would have said something else right there, but y'all forgive me. Y'all know what I want her to say now. Woo! And Annalise say, boy, you ain't no better. You killed a white woman, and it was your mama, not me. And so Josh calls her worse than the rest of them and tells her that she'll stain on this country just like Nanda. You know what? This was one of them times we needed a grieving family member, you know what I'm saying, in the courtroom to try to run up there and slap the taste out of that white boy mouth. You hear me? They should have. That's what we needed in this moment. Somebody go out there and just try to slap the taste out of his mouth. It just pissed me off for no reason. So anyways, moving on. We back after the court. Gabriel, he's in love with Annalise. He was like, oh my God, that was so amazing. It was just like Jordan back in 96 and 97 making the game winners, and then they found out he ain't gay. He a sports fan. Like, nah, bro, ain't gay. You know what I'm saying? He just ain't dying with y'all. Then he get a call. Gabriel get a call. His roommate done kicked him out. Connor calls out Oliver about bullying Michaela. I ain't got time for that. Annalise tells Nanda that she's being released and getting her green card back, and Josh is going to be charged with the crime. And Nanda thanks Annalise, and she was like, this was a team effort. It just wasn't me. So she giving Michaela some love. And so I'm just like, see that, Michaela, you always got something bad to say about Annalise, but she always makes sure you get credit. Just like when Connor helped her with her court case for the Supreme Court, she gave him some love and he was able to get back in law school. Like, y'all chilling so ungrateful. Y'all just need to be slapped a few times. Y'all just pissing me off. Y'all so entitled. Is that how law students really is? Y'all think y'all in law school that y'all deserve all this credit for doing? Man, sit y'all. Let me get back to the show. So Nana goes over to see her stepdaughter, you know, the white girl, and the girl was like, "Mom would be so ashamed." Nana said, "None of us, but of him." So, you know, Annalise gives Michaela credit for admitting that she knew what she didn't, and that takes a lot to do. You know what I'm saying? That's what grown people do. Michaela ain't want to admit nothing. She want the spotlight on her. You know what I mean? Let me have her finish this. I got to go back to work, y'all. So anyway, moving on, Asher tells Miller that his speech sucks. He looked like Denver little bitch boy. He tells him that he need to separate himself from Denver and let the mayor know that he got his own balls. He his own man, and he's the right man for the job. So obviously, Miller loved Asher's advice, gave him the internship where it's on a trial by trial basis. So if he mess up, he gone. So anyways, then we get a scene with Tegan sees Crawford in the hallway. He asked, did she know that Laura was here? And she just playing. I was like, oh, well, maybe she's one of Annalise's students. Heifer, you knew. You knew. I just thought that. Nah. I like saying the word heifer for some reason. Anyway, so Crawford tells Tegan that Laura know who snitched on her father. And Tegan panicking, thinking that Laura about to snitch. So Tegan tells Laura that to think hard and long and hard about what she about to say and who she about to snitch on, because you know, it's going to have some consequences on her behind, too. And so Laura said it was her mother. And, you know, basically she telling them all this, that it's her mother because she don't want another innocent person to be hurt by what her crazy mom and dad does, right? So after that, Laura goes home. She let the team know that Tegan got the baby daycare. Connor makes Oliver apologize for being mean to Michaela, and they ask Michaela to be the other best man they wedding. Whoopee, you know, yippity do. So moving on, Nate gets that signature from Miller, and as Miller is signing, he making sure he tell Miller that Bonnie is feeling him, and tell Miller that, you know, that Bonnie deserves a good guy, so be good to him. What pissed me off in this scene, and I get it. You know, and you were working at a job like that, you sign a lot of stuff, you ain't got time to read it, but he didn't even look at what he was signing. He was just signing like, oh, Bonnie likes me, Bonnie loves me, how much? And I'm just like, boy, just look down and see what you're signing, God, dog. But anyway, I ain't gonna spend too much time on that. So then we get a scene where Annalise is on her laptop. The Philadelphia Times did a post on her about winning her first case. Crawford wants to celebrate. She was like, no, I got a dinner. He was like, oh, it's the dinner with Laurel. And basically, this is what, I was saying earlier how I'm a believer in the bureaucracy, because I believe somebody ultimately needs to be in charge and have say so. He put his foot down with Annalise. He said, look here, from now on, what you know, I need to know. Before you do anything, I need to know. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna take these cases. If you want to be Superwoman and save the world, you're going to have to make this firm some money. And the only way to make this firm some money is to take these high-paying cases. And that's what it's going to be. And I was just like, that's what I'm talking. I love me some Annalise, y'all, but she need, like, if you're going to be, you need some woman, you need some resources. Not some woman, but you need some resources, some money to be Superwoman, Annalise, so you're going to have to try all these other cases. So then, moving on, Asher's going to his apartment. He notices somebody has moved into the empty apartment by him. It's Gabriel. And Gabriel lets him know he's living there now. He got kicked out by his roommate. And then we get a little flashback scene where Frank slept with Gabriel's old roommate. And he tells her he needs her to kick Gabriel out, gives her a whole bunch of money. And apparently Frank got the whole apartment bugged with cameras and microphones, just like an old creep. So anyways, moving on. Ashley and Bonnie having dinner. And basically they talking, Annalise want to know about how their relationship changed, how I feel like it's changed. And then next thing you know, Bonnie tell Annalise that she feeling Miller And Annalise like, girl, you dumb, you dumb, you dumb, you dumb. Like that's Denver side piece. He know. And Bonnie was like, he don't know anything. If he knew anything about if he would have read my file, he still choose to like me. He really cares about me. And I'm just like, Nate, get your boy a copy of that file. What is in that file that she said if he would have read it, or if he read it and he still choose to like me, you know what I'm saying? I want to know what's in that file. But anyway, Annalise was like, girl, you is a mess. Like, you being messy. And so she was like, life is a mess. And Annalise said, girl, look here. Life, she was like, it's mess that life gives you and the mess that you make. I liked that. I was like, remember you that next time, you know, I'm in an argument with somebody. It's the mess that life gives you when you got to make lemonade out of lemon, and then the mess that you make when you don't know how to cook something and scared to ask for some directions. I like that. I mean, I know that they really go together, but when you know how to make lemonade and you, anyways, y'all get what I'm saying. So anyway, moving on. Nate goes back to DC with the case manager. They talking about the baby, who kidnapped the baby, and the only evidence that she has is a picture of a woman leaving with the baby that we cannot see who it is. And then we get a final scene. Bonnie is in the bathroom with Laurel's son, Cristobal. Laura comes in to get the baby. Michaela is asking Bonnie why isn't she answering her phone and has she talked to Nate. And then Michaela notices the blood that's on Bonnie's leg and asks, who blood is that? And that's where we left off at. You know, this show, who knows where it's going. I'm excited. Annalise was Superwoman in this episode. She gonna be Superwoman again next week, and I'm gonna just love it. But anyway, that's all I got, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Be sure to